Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 140 of the regular season, where the Astros win 12-3 over the Los Angeles Angels and exact revenge. Boy, the Astros lost a game that was somewhat quasi-embarrassing and then really responded with scorched earth. I mean, it eventually became that. It didn't seem like it was going to be that in the first inning, though, because first inning, Shohei Ohtani, 2-run home run, and all of a sudden the Angels are up 2-0. And then it also kind of doesn't get better. Andrew Vasquez in the second inning, he homers a solo shot, and it's 3-0 Angels. And you kind of get that feeling of, oh man, are we going to lose the series against the Angels in Minute Maid? Like, that's not ideal. This is a team you'd like to beat up on, and then the Astros just, you know the meme of like the guy who's playing a video game and like is slunched back and then sits up? They did that. So in the third inning, the Astros get on the board. They have a run. Mauricio Dubon just pokes one just into the Crawford boxes, and hey, it's not a lot, but it's a run. The Astros are on the board, and Alex Bregman said, that's way too subtle. Jose Altuve, singles. Jeremy Pena, singles. Yordan Alvarez, thick chat moment, gets hit by a pitch on the thigh, and all of a sudden, the Astros have the bases loaded for the exact hitter you would want up with the bases loaded the past month. Grand slam Breggy, and it is 5-3 in the third. Alex Bregman would go 1 for 2 today with a pair of walks drawn, and this is why you walk Alex Bregman, because if you don't, he will make you very, very sad. In the fifth, Kyle Tucker would draw a walk, Yuli Gurriel would single, and then Trey Mancini said, hey Alex, that looked like fun. Yeet! 3-run shot for Trey Mancini, and the Astros take an 8-3 lead. And like, during the game, right, after the grand slam, you thought, oh, the Astros are, they might be able to win this game. After this, you thought, oh, we're going to win the game. And then the subsequent runs were, oh, we're out for blood. In the sixth, bases loaded. Altuve does what Altuve likes to do, which is zoom, and he scores on a wild pitch for like the second time in this week, which is not shocking, if we're being honest. It is Jose Altuve. And a pair of corner outfielders, one who's been on a hot streak recently and one who desperately needed it, would both homer. Yordan Alvarez homers to like left center field. Again, he really needed it. He's been in a bit of a drought for a hot minute, and hopefully this busts him out of it. And then Kyle Tucker has actually been heating up as of late, but being able to hit a home run, it never hurts. That would make it a 10-3 and then 12-3 game respectively. And in the 10th, the Angels would tack on a meaningless run because, I mean, I'm sorry, Angels fans, it's 12-3 at that point, being 12-4. It's meaningless. So who was good offensively today is a good question, and my response to that is yes. Jose Altuve had 3 hits. Jeremy Pena had a base hit. Yordan Alvarez had a home run, pair of walks. Alex Bregman had a grand slam and a pair of walks. Kyle Tucker had a pair of base hits and a walk drawn. Yuli Gurriel had a pair of base hits. Trey Mancini had a 3-run shot and drew 3 walks. 3 freaking walks today. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Vasquez was the lone man out for the day, really, and I mean, Mauricio Dubon even had a home run. So literally, up to down, the offense was pretty darn solid. And pitching, we get to talk about Luis Garcia to start with. 3 runs is not wonderful. Pair of home runs is not wonderful. He didn't allow any walks, got 4 strikeouts. That's a solid number. Hard hit balls was an issue. But the main thing that I will continue to bring up with a guy like Luis Garcia is he's not a top-end starter. This is your 4th, 5th starter, maybe even in some cases 6th. If he's giving you winnable games, and, 3 runs in 5 innings isn't a good start, but it's winnable, certainly, right? You have to remember, the Astros rotation currently is, when healthy, Verlander, Fromber, Lance, Javi, and then you have your Urquidy kicking around there, you have Garcia kicking around there. They are awarded to be slightly below average or average, and even that, they're not below average, they're average, they're okay. They are giving you winnable games. That's what you hope for a low-end starter. I have no complaints with it. It was not the best of days, but don't expect a Cy Young type of game from your 5th starter. Brian Abreu came in and looked mortal. He would give up a base hit and a walk, but wouldn't give up any runs and no hard contact. So even in a bad game, he was still pretty darn solid. Ryan Stanek would come in. He'd give up a walk, but he also would get a strikeout and didn't give up any hard contact. Nice solid game for him. Will Smith, no, thank you much, would come in and have a really good inning. Got a strikeout, didn't give up any base runners, nothing too shabby there. Hector Neris wasn't wonderful, but again, garbage time, pretty irrelevant. If you're gonna give up a run, now is the time to do it. Yeah, after having such a bad game that we did yesterday, this was just what the doctor ordered. Astros, just a dominant win top to bottom. I have nothing bad to say about the team overall. It was a very, very good game. And now the Astros look to start the next series with a win because we head to Detroit to take on the Tigers. Sadly, because of the injury, Verlander will not have a chance to make a start against his old team, which is a bummer. But the first pitching matchup tomorrow will be Eduardo Rodriguez for the Detroit Tigers, and we will send Framber Valdez to the mound. That is at 6:40 Eastern, 5:40 Central. Odd start time, but I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, and that's all I have to say for the evening. So, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros.